World of Warcraft's Burning Crusade Timewalking Dungeon weekly event is live. World of Warcraft was released more than 15 years ago, turning 16 this year. With such a long-running game, Blizzard has found dozens and dozens of ways to keep gameplay exciting and fresh. One of those dozens of ways is the weekly events that come around, with each week refreshing into a different theme. These themes include PvP battleground bonuses, battle pet buffs, and our topic for today, Timewalking Dungeons. Time-walking dungeons are a great way to revisit old content while still being properly rewarded. If you're unfamiliar with the mechanic, Blizzard picks a past era of the game, Vanilla, Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, Pandaria, Warlords of Draenor, and Legion, in this case, and scales the adventuring party down to be the appropriate level to do battle with the dungeon's baddies. The loot drops and dungeon completion rewards, however, all scale back up to the adventurer's actual level. So a Burning Crusade boss would typically drop gear appropriate for a level 70 character, but the gear is instead scaled up to the current cap of 120, assuming the player is max level. It goes without saying that time walking doesn't extend to WoW Classic, as that game is made to be a recreation of the first era of the game, so there's nothing to time walk to, as well the fact that the group finder feature is absent from Classic, of course. This time around, Burning Crusade is the time walking target, with the following dungeons available for looting. The Arcatraz, the Black Morass, Magister's Terrace, Mana Tombs, Shattered Halls. The Slave Pens players also earn the appropriate reputation depending on the dungeon, such as earning Kenarian Expedition reputation when running a time-walking dungeon through the Slave Pens. While all of the time-walking dungeons can be encountered through the Group Finder feature, there's a greater challenge that players will need to find their own party manually for, the Black Temple. Illidan awaits players here, set on the normal difficulty and scaling to groups of 10 to 30 players. To challenge Illidan in the Black Temple, players will need to find their own group without the automated dungeon finder, organizing with their guild or friends. Of course, you could also go to the pre-made groups section of the ground finder, but that doesn't sound quite as daunting, and the Black Temple just has to be daunting. The time-walking event is a fantastic way for veteran players to relive some nostalgia, as well as being a wonderful way for newer players to experience content that they never got to see. Unfortunately, old expansions of the game now primarily serve as a scenic pass on your swift grind to 120, so it's great to see the time-walking event bringing some life back.